Hi Cancer, welcome back to my channel Tarot Z. I'm Z and I'm going to be doing your tarot reading, finding out what are the messages with the cards that come out in this reading for you today. Thank you so much for joining and for being here for the reading. So let's begin. Let's find out what cards come out, what messages come through the cards that do come out. So the first card we have is the Six of Wands. And we have the Temperance card. You've got some fire sign energy. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius, you could be dealing with an Aries, or even a Leo. You have the Strength card. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Cups. So this Knight of Cups showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of somebody being in a space where they do feel like being able to explore a romantic connection or even emotions in a connection. This feels like an energy of dealing with somebody who does wear their heart on their sleeve. I do feel like with this Knight of Cups showing up over here, it feels like an energy of someone coming towards you, and it does feel like it's pretty romantic energy that they may be actually offering you. I do feel like with the Six of Wands showing up over here, this does feel like a pretty successful energy. So I do feel like you're dealing with someone who's quite successful, or somebody who is someone who works in a space that helps others. And I do feel like also being able to have a lot of popularity as well as a lot of respect from people around them because of what they do. But with the Six of Wands showing up over here, this does also feel like a pretty public energy. And I do feel like when it comes to being able to be involved with this person, this feels like a pretty public kind of a connection. It feels like being able to also be involved with a lot of other people also being involved in your connection, as far as other people having a say, a knowing about your connection. And I do feel like with the Six of Wands, this does feel like an energy of also having social media being something that plays a part in that. So this person could also be someone who's quite well known as far as online. But I do feel like with the Temperance card showing up over here, this feels like a really calm energy when it comes to the way in which you're perceiving this person. Do you feel like this person is a way of being able to really calm a situation and also being able to make you feel calm in any situation? Do you feel like with the Temperance card showing up over here, this does also feel like an energy of patience? So when it comes to this connection, there could even be a side of this person that really allows for you to be able to feel the sense of calmness and even just the sense of being at ease in their presence because they're quite patient. I do feel like with the Temperance card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being able to have what feels like a sense of being able to actually take comfort in this connection, because there's a sense of things not being rushed and being able to go at your own pace as well. So it does feel like it's also contributing to being able to allow for you to feel comfortable in this connection with this person. I do feel like with the Temperance card, this also feels like pretty divine energy. So this connection does also feel like one that can actually take on a spiritual form, like a spiritual connection as far as the connection between the two of you. I do feel like it can be a divine kind of a connection to share with somebody. With the Strength card showing up over here, this does feel like a pretty strong connection. I do feel like with the Strength card showing up over here, this also feels very caring as far as how this person feels about you and this connection. This person does have a lot of admiration for you. I do also feel like this person is someone who, when it comes to this connection and the way in which they approach it, this person is someone who's quite bold, someone quite courageous. I do feel like when it comes to being able to take action in this connection, they are somebody who's going to do that. I do also feel like they wear their heart on their sleeve. But there is something about this person that does also feel like this person having a lot of depth to them, and I feel like it is something as a result of a lot of experiences that they have gone through in life. It does feel like an energy of someone who's quite resilient when it comes to them getting here, and even when it comes to the way in which they show up and the way in which they treat things. I do feel like with the Strength card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of actually being in a connection where I feel like this person cares very deeply for you and this connection. And I do also feel like this person is especially up for being able to be there for you and this connection through thick and thin. So I'm going to clarify these cards. We have the Ace of Wands. And we have the Seven of Wands, it's in the reverse. Here we have the Chariot. And at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Eight of Pentacles. So we do have some Cancer energy with the Chariot. Could also be dealing with a Cancer. But with the Eight of Pentacles showing up over here, this feels like a pretty hard-working energy. I also feel like there is a sense of this person being in a space where their responsibilities are increasing. Do you feel like them kind of having a lot to take on? Also, this person being somebody who's very hardworking as far as being someone who's quite dedicated to their work, their profession. And I do feel like with the Eight of Pentacles, this also feels like an energy of someone who's not afraid to put in the work to make a connection work with you. This does feel like a sense of hard work being put into making things work as well. But I do feel like with this Eight of Pentacles, it's a pretty successful energy. We do feel like when it comes to being able to put in effort, it does feel like a sense of being able to experience a lot of improvements through those actions. I do feel like with the Ace of Wands showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of kind of being in a space where when it comes to how this person feels about you, there's a lot of attraction. I also feel like there's a strong spark in this connection that this person's perceiving with you. I do feel like with the Ace of Wands, this also feels like an energy of really being in a space where somebody's ready to be able to actually embrace a connection in a deep form, as far as being able to be open to this connection. And I do feel like with the Ace of Wands, this also feels like an exciting energy. So it does feel like it is something that's actually giving this person a lot of enthusiasm. It's something that they are driven to be able to pursue. It's something that they want, they desire it. But with the Seven of Wands showing up in the reverse, it feels like an energy of also being in a space where when it comes to this connection with this person, I do feel like it means a lot to you. Well, this person means a lot to you. I do feel like when it comes to this connection, it does feel like one that you would claim, you want to defend, and you do believe in with this person. And with the Seven of Wands showing up in the reverse, this also feels like an energy of being able to get through any obstacles that may come in your way, or that may feel like they are kind of making things hard in this connection. This feels like an energy of standing up for a connection. And I do feel like when it comes to the person you are dealing with, this person's also, I do feel like they're going to fight for this connection. I do feel like with the Chariot card showing up over here, this also feels like an energy of forward movement in this connection. And I do feel like there's not a lot that's going to stop this connection, especially with the Strength card showing up over here. So there's like an energy of fighting for this connection and perceiving it as worth the fights and worth the efforts. So I'm going to clarify these cards. We have forgiving and learning. And we have the past life relationship card. And we have you deserve love. So the forgiving and learning card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of someone being in a space where you do feel like there's a lot of empathy between the two of you. I do also feel like this person is somebody who's quite compassionate, but I also feel like with this forgiving and learning card showing up over here, this feels like an apologetic energy. I do feel like somebody being in a space where it's like they're apologetic. They want to apologize for something and they are releasing the past and not holding on to it, and kind of being able to grow and heal from a past situation. It's leading them to the space where they are learning from the past, and it's leading them to a space where I do feel like they want to apologize or they want to make something right when it comes to a past situation. I do feel like also being able to be able to move forward in this connection and getting to a space where there is the sense of being able to have those warm feelings in the present with this person. They want to move past some kind of a difficulty or an obstacle that may have been in your path in the past. But this also feels like an NGO's person learning from that and not taking it for granted or kind of trying to just get past it. I do feel like there's a sense of this person actually taking accountability. With the past life relationship card showing up over here, this does feel like having a really strong connection with somebody. I do also feel like between the two of you, there's a sense of being able to feel comfortable with this person and this person feeling comfortable with you. There's a sense of familiarity within your connection. And with the Ace of Wands showing up over here, this does feel like this sense of an instant attraction that can exist in this connection with you. I do feel like with the past life relationship card showing up over here, this may even be reflective of having a connection that does feel like it even transcends lifetimes. I do feel like with the past life relationship card showing up over here, that this could also be somebody from the past and being able to work something out with someone from the past, or them kind of showing up at this time with a desire to be able to work something out or an apology. With the You Deserve Love card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being able to recognize especially somebody's worth, and also not wanting to take someone for granted. Being in a space where somebody has a lot of love for you, but I do feel like this person being in a space where they feel like they have the courage to be able to express that to you, to make you feel that. And I do feel like with this Knight of Cups showing up over here, this feels like an energy of wanting to be able to actually express that because they know you deserve it. So those are the messages I'm getting with these cards for you, Cancer, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, Cancer.